Hello dear users of the Cryptorobotics terminal. This is a video instruction on setting up and operating an automated robot called CYBERBOT for trading on the cryptocurrency market. To set up the robot, go to the Robots tab. Select the one you want to trade with. For example, let's run the CYBERBOT that trades to such currency pairs as altcoins to USDT and Ethereum. Click on Go to My Robots and select CYBERBOT USDT Ethereum. Pressing Manage button brings us to the Robot Information section. CYBERBOT enters trades on positive price fluctuations optimized for each time frame, and it doesn't enter counter-trend transactions, thereby lessens the risks and increases chances for profit. Let's select the work mode, and to change the robot settings, click Change button, and we get to the page with the robot settings. There are two options for robot settings. The default is basic. Basic settings, these are the recommended settings with standard settings suitable for most traders. Also, there are advanced settings. It is a set of advanced options that allow you to more accurately configure the strategy work suitable for more experienced users and traders. Let's first check out the basic settings. The first parameter that we choose is the exchange. Let's choose Binance. The second parameter that we choose is the API key. This function is needed for those users who use the functionality of multiple accounts. For example, you have integrated two or more API keys of different accounts of the same exchange, such as Binance. Now you can distribute your API keys for trading, both for robots and for manual trading. At the moment, I want to start trading altcoins to USDT, so I've chosen a key on which I have USDT. The next parameter is the main currency pair. Choose USDT, then we choose the currency pairs to which the trade will take place. For convenience, there are recommended and not recommended currency pairs. Our special bot keeps track of all currency pairs that are presented on the exchange and determines their allowable spread. If the spread is more than usual, then currency goes into non-recommended pairs. If the spread is alright, it's shown in the recommended. We can choose currency pairs as a point and select all recommended pairs. Click Save and see that we have selected 37 currency pairs. The next parameter that we choose is the time frame. 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, and 1 day. I will leave mine at 1 hour time frame for now. In the block on the right, we specify the balance for trade, can specify entire balance or some part of it. Next, specify the amount of transaction. And do not forget that the exchange has a minimum threshold for entry into the transaction. I recommend to put this value at least at $15. The next parameter is repurchase the coin in the presence of open orders on it. What does it mean? It means that repurchase of the same currency, even if there are already open orders for it. This function will help to increase the number of orders opened by the robot. If you disable this option, the robot will not enter trades when an entry signal is received, if there is already one open order for this trading pair. Let's choose Yes, thereby potentially increasing our profit. Also, in basic parameters, we can set stop loss. Let's put 5% and select the option when it reaches 5% is 100% stop loss closing, or hold if the stop loss deviated by 25%. I will leave mine at 100% stop loss closing. And now consider the functionality of advanced settings. Press extended button. And now we see that we have opened the functionality of the minimum profit signal on exit. This is the first parameter that gives a signal to the output. Based on the algorithm developed by our team, it simplifies the work with the robot for less experienced user. The algorithm makes it possible to be in the transaction and track changes in indicators that give a signal to exit. If the currency on which the robot opened the transaction grows, the robot doesn't sell this coin. When a signal for trend change is received, the robot closes a trade on this trading pair. We have given the user the opportunity to assign this parameter within 5%. You can specify both integers, 3, 4, 5%, and fractional, let's say 2.5%. Thus, if you specify 3%, the robot will look for the exit points according to the algorithm only after reaching a minimum of 3% profit. The next signal on exit is the take profit. For those people who want to set their take profit value, we have created an additional configuration block. This requires that this block has been activated and set the necessary settings. Let's say we specify a take profit at 8%. And when this value is reached, the robot will close the trade in a plus. If you want to use the trailing function, then activate it by clicking the box and the distance in percent, for example, set 1%. When the specified take profit is reached, if the price continues to increase, the take profit moves up with the distance that we specified. While the price is growing, the trailing moves to the take profit level above. As soon as the price starts to decline and reaches a deviation of 1% from the maximum price, the order will be closed. The next parameters in this configuration block are the selection of the output condition. And there are two conditions. Sell only by take profit. This configuration will take into account only the values set in this block. The configuration of the minimum profit of the signal to the output. The output of the algorithm doesn't count here. And the second configuration is sell by take profit of or signal. If you select this setting, the robot will search for exit point of the trade in both configurations and close the order on the first received signal. The next feature of advanced settings is the stop loss delay. Let's look at how to use the stop loss delay. If you trade with a stop loss of 5% and a delay of 60 minutes, with this configuration, the robot will postpone the exit after reaching the stop loss of 60 minutes and return to check its value after the time you have laid. We recommend that you use this option only if you are an experienced user. Once we have set all the settings, click on Edit Robot button and it pops up a window with a choice to which orders to apply these settings. Edit only robot config. This means that the current open orders will continue execution according to the old settings, and new orders that the robot will open after saving this parameter will be executed according to the new settings. And the second is edit also robot open orders. This means that you apply new settings not only to new orders but also to all already opened orders of the robot. I'll pick the first one. So we get to the window with information about the robot. where there is information such as robot ID, start date, exchange, trading lot size, stop loss, take profit, time frame, currencies, balance limit, and status, on or off. And below is all the statistics on the orders of the robot. If you are going to trade on real money, do not forget to turn on the work mode. And for those who want to test the robot in demo mode, select the test mode. Next, click on launch and we see the launch date and status turned on. Let's close this window. And now we see that our robot is in the running robots and its status is in the full list of your robots. Let's go back to the management and consider this situation. If you suddenly need to stop the robot, press stop. There are two variations of stopping the robot: stop and stop by. Let me explain the difference. If you select just stop, the robot will stop its work completely and it will not close the orders it opened earlier. And the second option is to stop by. That is, the robot will stop opening new transactions, but the bot will close previously opened orders according to the parameters previously set by you. Let's open Robot Transactions tab. After some time, when the robot has already opened several trades, they are displayed in this tab. And here we have added the functionality of smart orders. That is by clicking on the pencil next to each of the currencies, we get to the advanced settings of the order, where in real time we can change parameters such as stop loss, take profit, and trailing. And all this in a single interface for each order separately. After that, if you have changed any settings previously set, click Save Changes. Also in this tab you can see the exchange, currency pair, buy price, buy time, the price of proposed sale according to the settings, and the time of sale when the order will be closed, if it's closed. Now with these buttons we can sell coins manually. Then there is a profit in real time, advanced settings of the robot, and in front of each currency there is a cross button. I advise it to be used only by experienced users. Be careful. If you click on the cross in front of the currency, the robot will stop working with it, and on the exchange it will remain in the hole. That's all. It was instructions for setting up and working with the CYBERBOT Robot. If the video was useful, press like on it. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments and we will answer them. If you do not want to miss out on the latest news and the latest information from our company, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye bye!